Hello, everybody. Welcome to the K&B Music Den. I'm Brad.
And I'm Keith.
Yes.
Switch it up.
So today, I'm sure you know because you clicked on the video, but we are doing Ty Segall, Hello, Hi.
Yeah, the new album. Yeah.
So decided we were going to do a couple albums each week and see what we think of them and bring it to you and see what you think.
Yeah.
So, Keith, he's got a lot more experience when it comes to Ty. He's been a big fan. He's tried to get me into him. I've been reluctant to, but I wanted to jump on it here and ask you right away, what's your thoughts?
I think this is a very strong album in his discography. He has a very extensive discography. This man, kind of like the Ryan Adams thing, very prolific, collaborates with other bands and artists. So if you look him up, you're going to be scrolling like, whoa, 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 where does this end?
Okay.
But really strong. I don't know about you, but some people compare him to like a Jack White kind of guy, and I hear that in his music.
I get it
to a certain extent. Yeah,
yeah.
He's his own man. He's his own artist. But some of that edgy guitar and the varying the low and high vocals and things like that, I could definitely hear that comparison.
Yeah, I went into this brand new. He's one of the few artists I don't know anything about. Really, I know the name, but I've just never took the time. There's too much music out there, and some artists you just don't end up listening to. And I never listened to Ty.
It's probably would have been daunting to jump in with him too, because you're like, where do I start? Yeah.
So I threw the album on, and it shocked me. It's definitely something I didn't expect. His vocal range, the guitar playing, the style, it was just unique. I like it. I mean, it's definitely it's new. It makes me wonder what the rest of his stuff sounds like.
Yeah.
Is this something that's out of left field, or does this sound in his wheelhouse here?
He's done albums like this before, and what I mean by this is more of an acoustic kind of based album. He has at least one for sure that I know of, at least two maybe that are more acoustic than. He's more known, I think, for being like, sometimes he's labeled garage rock. Where those
that sound.
Amps are turned up and dirty. That's why I have kept talking about him to you for a while, because I think you'll really like him.
Those were my high points. When it sounded like to me when that started to kick in, I went, "Oh, I like this," and I was hoping that you would say, "Well, he's got full albums of just that."
Oh, he does,
because that is where I need to be.
He's got a lot of that.
When he hits that, that sounds like he does that really well. Hello, Hi.
That's the first moment on the album where he really.
That's because up till that point I was going, well, this is odd. This is unique. What is this?
Kind of sleepy.
And then Hello Hi hit, and I went, ooh, now what? This? More of that.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about you, but some of the more acoustic, beautiful melody stuff with his range and everything, I definitely got some Beatles vibes on some of this stuff. Yeah. You know, never a bad thing.
Even like early John Frusciante, when he was doing like Neandra, I can't even say the name of the damn album. But the Streets from all those early albums, sounded a little bit like that as well, where it was just really out there sounding. Now the ones I wrote down that I just was like, wow, these two stuck out to me were Blue and Hello Hi.
Yeah, okay.
Those were my two songs where I went, that makes me want to go down through the discography now, where I didn't before.
Well, set aside a couple weeks.
Well, that's the problem. There's so many albums, and I'm going to go, Keith, these are what I like. Which albums do I listen to?
Yeah, I'll do my best, because he overwhelms me too. But now, when you look at the album cover, Ty is crouched up on a tree limb, holding an acoustic guitar. So that kind of gave us an indication of where this album was going to go. Yeah. A little more mellow, but not the whole thing. But now I'm going to throw this at you and see what you think. Okay. This is going to be a little weird. When I listen to the way he sings on a lot of this album, to me, it almost sounded like David Bowie and John Lennon's voices in a blender. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And they were singing a bunch of songs that were written by George Harrison. What do you think of that?
It's unique.
He said that before. I don't necessarily agree or disagree.
But if you said that's what it sounds like.
But I'll tell you what, though, there's another. This has been driving me nuts, and if you can figure this out for me, I'm going to be so grateful. Especially those first couple songs where he's singing really beautiful and high. There's a voice that it reminds me of, but I can't put my finger on it. I can't. It's like it's a voice that's like back in the 60s or something. Like,
nope.
I can't put my finger on it. If anybody in the comments, please, if you have an idea and you're...
To me, this was very much him. I never heard anything like it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is very unique in the sound, the vocals,
Yeah, there's some. It's gonna bug me.
Hopefully the guitaring on the first track, even. I mean, I'm not a musician as much. Was it in tune?
It was in tune, and I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay.
So he is using a phrase I like to coin. Maybe I'm not the only one that's ever said. Purposeful dissonance.
Okay.
Okay, where there's notes that are like not what you expected, but definitely not sour or out of tune. But just like your ninths, your 11ths, your 7ths, things like that. But he's using them throughout this album tastefully. And another thing I want to say about the music and the guitar, like you're mentioning, he is purposefully playing the guitar very, very close to the bridge with his pick, and it's making the strings have a very tinty, I don't want to say shrill sound necessarily, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
He does it throughout the album, not every note he plays, but he does that throughout, and it gets a certain kind of vibe, kind of a folky throwback vibe to the album that I really enjoy.
Well, I'm glad you explained that to me, because like I said, when I listened to it, I went, it sounds out of tune, but not. Like, it sounds right, but not. Like, I couldn't. And as someone who's not a musician, it was just kind of, what is this? This is unique, but
purposeful dissonance.
I like that. I like it.
So I call it out. I'll pretend I made that up.
Okay.
But some of his previous work showcases his guitar prowess and the edgy production. But again, his vocals to me are the shining star of this particular album, and the writing itself. Now, as we talked about, Hello High, the title track, which is track 4 on this album, is the first time he lets his signature fuzzed out guitar rock freak flag fly. Yeah. With great results in my opinion. I loved it. So, and again, we talked about the guitar and everything with the trebly approach there. What's interesting? I was trying to pick out some lyrics to highlight, and the song "Don't Lie" stood out to me. Okay. But then, as I did more research, I discovered that this is the only cover song on the album.
Oh, I didn't know it was a cover.
I didn't either.
Okay.
He did not write this song. It's by a band called The Mantles. But I'm still going to highlight these lyrics anyway because he sings them so well. He's known for being able to make a song his own, too, by the way, throughout his career. But these lyrics I really liked, written by The Mantles. Nights like this will uplift even the heaviest of hearts. Go out and shed your death. Just let it fall right down with endless fascination. Just, really grabbed me. But then, I wanted to make sure I highlighted some lyrics that he wrote too. Yeah. So on the song Cement, he sings, "Don't you feel better when you're wearing a cement sweater? We can make you feel all right. You won't feel the rain or any condensation ever again." I like that condensation line in there. I really enjoyed this album. I've listened to it several times. I plan to continue to listen to it. He's got, like we said, he has a vast discography.
Well, off the top of your head, as a Thai virgin here, when I say when he gets into that Hello High territory, fuzzed out guitars, what album would you recommend to somebody who's into the garage rock sound of Thai?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. Okay. Because I was thinking about where this album stacks up in his discography. Okay. Hard to do. Lots of albums. For me, it's really high. It's really high. Of the more acoustic kind of sound, I think he really nailed it this time. But if you're not familiar with Ty Segall, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, but when I ask Alexa to play her, she says Segall, but she mispronounces a lot of stuff.
Alexa's an idiot.
Yeah. So so I think it's Segall, and Ty, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think it's Ty Segall. That's what I've heard more often. But he has an album that's it was out maybe 5-6 years ago ish. Okay. Called Freedom's Goblin. Oh. I believe it's a double album. And I'm gonna put this the best way I can, just my opinion. It's his White Album. Really? It's like it's got this, it's got that, it's got everything he does well, all on a double album. Okay. For Ty Segall newbies, I would recommend Freedom's Goblin. Okay. And then just kind of stretch out, go back and forward. Mostly back, I guess. And then this new one, Hello High, though, I would definitely recommend too. But yeah, I think Freedom's Goblin is a good starting point for a newbie.
Yeah, I want to go into this one completely new. I didn't want to go back and listen to anything once you said we're going to do this one. Yeah. So it was just completely fresh to me.
That's good.
But now I want to hear more of that fuzzed out because boy, when he does it,
Yeah, and I'm interested to hear your take on some of his earlier work. I was in a record store around our area in Lancaster, Pennsylvania recently. Well, Spiders from Mars record store. Great guy over there. Great stuff. And I got I believe it's his second album. It's called Lemons. Oh. I found that there on vinyl.
Used?
Yeah, used, but in great shape.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow.
I mean, near mint. So I picked that up. So I don't think I've listened to it yet. It's on my to listen to pile, which is growing. So I have Lemons is the only physical copy I have of Ty. I had Freedom's Goblin in my hand several years ago.
And now you're mad you don't have it.
Yeah, that's back when I was like, oh, $30-some, that's too much. And now I'm like punching myself in the face for not getting it. But I will get Freedom's Goblin at some point, even if it's on CD, but I think I want to get the vinyl.
Yeah.
This new one I would love to get on vinyl. I think it would sound amazing on vinyl.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts on Hello High or Ty Segall in general?
No, I mean, I enjoyed the album, but I'm really looking forward to hearing more of the fuzzed out stuff now, because
maybe we'll do a video down the road touching more on his discography. I need to revisit some of it too, because there's so much.
A review of Freedom's Goblin later down the road, maybe.
Let's do that. Yeah. Geez, Ty, take a break. We can't keep up with you. And he's one of these guys that puts out. It's not uncommon for him to put out more than one album in a year. So,
hey, it's a good thing.
Anybody else we know that's like that?
No. None that I can think of.
Yeah, that's some guy named David. But so there it is, folks. Ty Segall, the new album, Hello High, definitely worth a listen in our opinion. And please let us know what you think in the comments of this new album. If there's anything you'd like us to review, anything you want to send out to us, something we should listen to, we always love exploring new music. So please, as we always say, like the video, smash the bell for notifications, and subscribe to the channel. We are rolling, and we want to get up to 100 subscribers as soon as we can, because then we can say we want to get up to 200.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And then it goes from there. So, again, for Brad, I'm Keith. This was the Ty Segall Hello High album review. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you very soon on the K&B Music Den. Take care.